Ayaka. Oh, Ayaka! Thanks for giving me advice. Afterwards, I told Kentaro-san how I felt. His response? Well, we're dating now. Yay! He knew about my past already. It sounds like he overheard when I was talking about it to my manager at the shop. He told me he didn't know how to tell me how serious he was about me. I'm so glad I got your advice, Kiryu-san. I'll treat you next time you stop by the shop. Oh, yay! Right. The notebook. So I've seen Maeda. Who else do I need to see? Where is it? Hey. I already talked to him. She won't talk to me. He's not around. He's not around. He's dead. Wait, current employee at Mock Bowl. Current manager of Cafe Alps. Theater Square Club. Why did I say Quare? Currently employed at Nakamichi St. Popo. You're Kinoshita-san, right? That's right. Who are you? Kazuma Kiryu. I want to ask you about the murder that happened at this cafe 6 years ago. Oh, that. Well, I don't know if I can tell you anything new, but go ahead. Let's see what to ask. I'm probably just going to end up asking about all of these. I was here, in the customer area, cleaning up. I believe you can see me on the security camera tapes. I don't have those! I wasn't in the locker room when the murder took place. That night, Akechi-kun disappeared right in the middle of cleanup. I waited a while, and when he still didn't come back, I went to check in on him. That's when I saw him leaving through the back door of the cafe. Are you sure it was Akechi? Well, I only saw his back, but I'm sure it was him. If you didn't see his face, then how can you be so sure it was Akechi? Maybe he has a different uniform? The man I saw leave through the back door was wearing... Yeah. Could have been like some other waiter? Aside from Oda-san, there were only 3 other male employees working that night. Akechi-kun, a guy called Asai-kun, and me. You can see Asai-kun spending the night closing the register on the security tapes. The only person I could have seen would have been Akechi-kun. Let's see. After that, I called the police and waited at the back door until they showed up. No one tried to enter or leave during that time. So Kinoshita didn't see the criminal's face. He just saw the uniform. Also, I don't know, maybe the back of a person's head, like, unless Yuji had a very distinct hairstyle at the time. Yeah, he probably could have mistaken it for someone else. Actually, do the waiters and the waitresses have the exact same type of uniform? What if the girlfriend swapped hers for Yuichi's and just bolted? Did Oda have many enemies? Well, I'm not sure. I didn't really talk to him much outside of work. Were your prints on the murder weapon? No, they weren't. I keep thinking that if I had touched that ashtray that day, I would have been blamed for the murder. I don't know, like, one hand maybe, but then again, there's, like, if multiple sets of fingerprints, if anything, you'd probably just be a suspect. Are you a detective, Kiryu-san? Not exactly. Why do you ask?
Yeah.
No reason. I was just wondering why anyone would be looking into that case now. He pulls out phone. Beep, 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 beep. They're on to us. I'm trying to help a friend find out if Yuichi Akechi is innocent. Innocent? You think someone else could have been the murderer? Seriously, I honestly believe, like, the girlfriend, the fact that her whereabouts just poofed out of nowhere, like, she's my primary suspect right now. You're solving murder, I'm drinking with a friend. We solved a crime, let's get drunk. Are you Asai, former employee of Cafe Alps? Yeah, who are you? Kazuma Kiryu. I want to ask you about the murder that happened at Cafe Alps 6 years ago.
Oh, naruhodo.
Oh, naruhodo na. Oh, that. So, what do you want to know? You were at the cafe at the time of the murder, weren't you?
Oh.
Yeah, I think I was closing the register. It was after we closed for the night. So you didn't go anywhere near the murder scene? The locker room? Of course not. I mean, why would I? I was still working, wasn't I? I mean, you could have snuck off for a break, but good point. What? Nani? He's acting kind of funny. Okay, okay, quick memory thing. When I worked in retail, whenever I had to close the register, I would have to, if there was any leftover money that needed to be deposited in like a safe room, I would go there and deposit the money. So maybe Cafe Alps had something similar, like they had a safe room right next to the locker room. Do you know anything about the person seen running from the crime scene?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know anything. I only found out a murder had taken place when Kinoshita-san showed up looking white as a sheet. I didn't see the murder at all. Let me see. Oh, but I did see Oda-san's body. Lovely. Ugh, I can still see it. Bull. So Asai went into the locker room after the murderer escaped, huh? Right after? Wouldn't that... Wait, so Kinoshita went to the locker room since he supposedly saw Yuichi leave it. Wait. What if Asai was the one who darted out of the room and Yuichi actually didn't leave at all? Do you know anybody with a motive to kill Oda? Well, you reap what you sow. I take it he was a shit manager. I mean, it was bad enough he was always messing around at the workplace, but going after another employee's woman? Get a grip. You make it sound like he'd slept with other women at the cafe before. Has he?
Oh.
Yeah, I saw him hook up with freaking managers. Another woman. Got a name for her? Yeah, I think her last name was Saito. I guess she was dating Oda-san at the time of the murder. So they were both both Oda and the lady were cheating on different people. I don't see anybody named Saito listed among the people related to the case. Maybe because she wasn't present? She'd already quit that cafe at the time. I heard she still hung around Oda-san though. So Oda was dating somebody at the time. Her fingerprints weren't found on the murder weapon. Isn't that strange, seeing as you were one of the waiters? Unless it's like one of those ashtrays that they specifically keep in the, they only specifically keep in the locker room.
Oh.
I just didn't like doing the ashtrays. I always left that to other people. Fair point. Like, I've never cleaned up an ashtray before, but by the look and smell of it, it always seemed gross. So it's pretty natural my fingerprints wouldn't be on it, I guess. I see. He acted funny when I asked about the alibi. You were at the cafe at the time of the murder. I think I was closing the register. I was after we'd close for the night.
What?
Of course not. Why would I? I was still working, wasn't I? I can't ask him again? I don't get anything new? Are you sure there isn't anything else you want to tell me?
What?
What do you mean? It's not like I have anything to hide. I have my doubts. My Phoenix Wright senses are tingling. You're Imagawa, right? That's right. Who are you? I'm looking into the Cafe Alps murder from 6 years ago. What? They say you weren't at the cafe the day of the murder. Is that true? Yes. I spent the whole day at home. Alone? No. Some friends came over and we played video games. Oh, was it your day off? And these friends corroborated your alibi? That's right. So it wasn't me. Do you know anything about the man seen fleeing the scene? No, I didn't see anything. I didn't say anything. I didn't hear anything. See no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil. Were you... Also, you're... Okay, maybe you're a little antsy about talking about murder, which I fully understand, but... This seems kind of fishy. Can you think of anybody who'd want to kill Oda? I don't know anything! Don't ask me! Your prints weren't found on the murder weapon, were they? Next, you're gonna start saying I wore gloves! Well, you're wrong! I wasn't anywhere near the cafe that day! Guess it stands to reason your prints wouldn't be on it. That drumming game is playable in Yakuza 5! Oh! I'm excited. I don't know anything about the murder! Just leave me alone! Man, this guy's got a persecution complex. Let me know if you remember anything from around the time of the murder. Doesn't matter how small. I didn't do anything! Honest! You have to believe me! Everyone's saying I'm the murderer. Technically, they're saying Yuichi is the murderer. No, nobody's saying anything about you. I don't believe you! Everyone hated me at that cafe! They used to harass me! Harassed you how? Someone even stole my wallet, CDs, and uniform out of... the uniform! Whoever, like... I'm still thinking, maybe the girlfriend or someone else, they swiped that and just booked it out. Like, booked it. Are you sure the police didn't pick them up as evidence? Absolutely sure. Someone was harassing me, I can tell you. So, somebody stole Imagawa's things, huh? Ah! Okay, so that guy Asai who was acting all fishy, what if he was the one who stole them? Are you Sawako Usami? Yes? What do you want? I'm looking into the murder that happened at Cafe Alps 6 years ago. There's nothing left to say. Yuichi Akechi might not have killed Oda. If we're gonna find out the truth, I need to hear your account of what happened that day. Also, like, you were cheating on him, weren't you? You were there when Akechi confronted Oda, weren't you? Yeah, I mean, I was the reason they fought, so of course I was there. What happened after that? Did you see Akechi kill Oda? Yeah. I took off, so don't ask me. Took off? What do you mean? Do you have any idea what it feels like to have your significant other walk in on you when you're with someone else? Talk about awkward. I mean, okay, you're making it sound like you, like... Okay, maybe she did willingly choose to cheat, and... I mean, awkward is the fact that you were cheating on your boyfriend. And it would have been even more awkward if other people started coming in to see what the fuss was all about. So I ran out the back door. What did you do after you left the cafe? I went home, but Yuichi followed me. We spent the night arguing about breaking up. No shit! Of course, I never imagined he'd already killed Oda-san. What? So you're saying you didn't see Akechi kill Oda? That's right. That's right, and I told the police that too. So nobody actually saw Akechi kill Oda, huh? I was about to say, what about the security cameras, but then I remembered it's the locker room. Tell me about the person seen fleeing the scene. I don't know anything about that. I left the cafe before Yuichi did, so I don't know how he left. Right. Okay. Okay, so from what she said, she booked it like right before supposedly Yuichi ran out, so I guess that would explain why her whereabouts and Wakazo's recollection just vanished. Any idea why somebody would kill Oda? Are you trying to be funny? No, I mean, besides your relationship with Oda. Did he do anything to make anybody else mad? I don't know. The police would have known if he had any loans out or anything like that, right? I wasn't particularly close to him, really. We just ended up hooking up that night. You say that so casually. They didn't find your fingerprints on the murder weapon, right? Right. They only found Yuichi's. We constantly replaced the customers' ashtrays with clean ones, but Yuichi must have been the only one to touch that one. I guess he was just unlucky. Yuichi took good care of the customers and replaced their ashtrays often. I think he must have noticed that one was What? How did you know it was chipped? So I went to sleep with women at the store multiple times. Okay, I'm really glad to see that this updated. Didn't see face of the murderer. Witnessed by Akechi to be cheating with Oda. Wait, what the? Really? There's someone here? Are you doing wildcat trafficking? Isn't that Mr. and Mrs. Odagiri? Ibuki told me about... Oh yeah, the hitman thing. They're splitting up. Who should I follow? I say the wife because she has a bag. She went in the men's room. What's going on? Am I allowed in there? That guy's got the same bag Mrs. Odagiri had. Oda-san, Odagiri, are they related? Also, I'm getting the feeling that maybe it's some sort of like... I don't know, maybe Mrs. Odagiri, the whole Mrs. Odagiri is a disguise, so if anyone tries looking for Mrs. Odagiri, the guy can just like swap costumes and be like, nope, never heard of her. Hey, I've got a question for you. What is it? A woman carrying that exact bag just went into the men's room. What's the story there? No idea. Can I go now? Not yet. I need to find the owner of that bag. Follow me into the men's room. We're gonna kick down every stall. Tell me where she went. You ready? Huh? Who's this guy? No, see... Ah, to hell with it. He caught me changing. Let's get rid of him. What? Well, no going back now. Brace yourself, asshole. Oh, we're fighting inside the bowling ring? Oh! Oh, we're doing this! Oh, crap. I knew... My health! Ow! God! Why do you both have guns? Maybe they're twins? Ah! Why do you have so much HP? It's not fair! Oh. Already? Go, 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 go. Head press, knockdown, Hell's Gauntlet. Hey, shit! Wrong button. B. Y. X. B. Oh, I pressed it too late. Well, he's dead. Where's your gun? Yes, thank you. Also, I'm surprised we're not slipping and sliding on... Okay. Okay, when I was in seventh or ninth grade, my class had a little segment on bowling, so we stopped by the local bowling alley, I think every Friday. And those floors are slippery as hell. And the fact that Kiryu and this other person aren't slipping sliding everywhere, just, did they not did they not use... Die. Use the floor, die. 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 I just realized this is gonna be this is a weird day for Usami. First, the guy comes up to ask her about a murder 6 years ago, and then the same guy starts bashing heads in the bowling alley. By changing, I assume you mean you were dressing as a woman to disguise yourself? That's right. A couple looks less suspicious. Doesn't attract as much attention. Does it? I don't know. It's like... trying to imagine two dudes. I guess maybe seeing two dudes together might raise a few questions, but I guess also it's like seeing a couple would not raise as many questions, but it still can. Like, there have been duos who are like hetero partners who just committed crimes. This is how we work best, but the guys in the family always look down on us for that. They're jealous of your fashion style. No matter how big of a job we pulled off, they'd laugh and tell us, Yakuza don't wear skirts. Yes, they can. Anyone can wear skirts. And you joined the Reapers? It's hilarious to see Yakuza members getting thrashed by a guy in drag. Like, he has a point. Like, plus a person in drag kicking ass, or like just any trans person kicking ass, that's badass. And everyone who sees it thinks some tough guy's getting the shit beat out of him by a girl. Shoots the Yakuza's pride all to hell. Heh. Aren't there women Yakuza? That's how you're getting revenge on them? I wouldn't call it revenge. We're just living our lives the way we want to. And enjoying the hell out of it, too. I mean, look, if you want to wear drag, like, I'm not too sure how Japan's drag scene looked back in this time period, but drag shows exist. I've been to drag shows, and I really wish I could go back to them again because they were fun. Oh, here we go. By the way, do you remember Imagawa? Imagawa? Sounds familiar. Your coworker from Cafe Alps. Oh, Mr. Gloomy? That... really? Yeah, I remember him now. Imagawa said he had things stolen from his locker. You know anything about that, Asai? Nani? What? You think I had something to do with it? I mean, the whole Nani? I guess that kind of gave it away. I mean, you're acting kind of suspicious. Yes. Look, I'm not judging you. I'm just trying to find out what you know. Well, I might have tried to make a quick buck or two off them. All I took was a wallet and some CDs I sold off later. You even wallets have important shit in there. Also, didn't you steal his uniform as well? Anything else? Huh? Like what? You didn't steal Imagawa's uniform? Yeah. Uniform? How would I make any money off of that? All I stole was his wallet and CDs, that's all. So that's all Asai took, huh? Maybe the police really did take the uniform. Man, I'm bored. Will you say the thing? What do I think about the murder? Just leave me alone. Kid! Are we through here? I'm supposed to... Damn it! Can you at least tell me something new? Sorry, gonna be more help. Thanks for your time. I tell you again, did you write it? Is there anyone else here who can help me? Sorry, just had a thought. I want to see if I can visit the florist. Maybe get some intel. If not, then I'm just going to call it a night. And if I do, I'll still call it a night because I'm getting tired. Me too. Yes! Kiryu knows what I'm thinking! Hey Kiryu, I hear you're looking into that Cafe Alps murder. How'd you hear about that? He has cameras everywhere! Don't underestimate my information network. I know everything that goes on in this town. I have the police reports in my database. What do you want to know? The same type of ashtray was found all over the cafe, but there was one significant difference between those and the murder weapon. It was chipped? Oh yeah? What was that? The weaponized ashtray had a chipped edge. Called it! And Usami knew all about it! Do you know how that happened? The day of the murder, a customer knocked the ashtray off the table onto the floor, chipping it. Akechi noticed it while he was cleaning up at closing time and decided to bring it out into the dumpster to throw it away. That's when he passed by the locker room and saw his girlfriend cheating. So there's no doubt Akechi touched the murder weapon that day. Nope. Normally the ashtray would have been washed and all the fingerprints would have disappeared. But Akechi noticed that the particular ashtray had been chipped, so instead of washing it, he decided to throw it out. And by that twist of fate, everyone who touched it that day still had their prints all over it. Everyone? Including customers and other employees? Do you have the security tapes? Tell me about the fingerprints on the ashtray. These are all the prints taken from the ashtray. Is it like 4 fingers? Like 4 fingers from each person? Oh, 3 matches. The prints outlined in red match Akechi's. This is apparently the evidence that led directly to his arrest. Sorry, I'm looking at the other fingerprints. They don't seem to match, I guess. Ow, ow, ow. Sorry. What about the other fingerprints? Well, one thing's for sure. None of them match the prints of any of the other employees at Cafe Alps at the time. Maybe one of the customers or someone snuck in. They're thought to be from customers who visited the cafe that day. Probably 2 or 3 people. Then one of these sets of prints might be from the real murderer. It's certainly possible. So the real murderer's prints could be on the ashtray, huh? Thanks. You've been a big help. I owe you one. Yay! Now I can save and go to bed. Okay, what's going on here? What's going on here? Oh, hey, Kiryu-san. Is there a problem?
Yeah.
No, we're just talking about the second club. But Kazuki-san won't listen to any of Yuya-san's ideas. Is that true, Kazuki? Well, I wouldn't exactly put it like that. What are you talking about? It's obvious you don't want Yuya-san to branch out and do his own thing. Instead, all you're doing is keeping him on a leash. Can we at least give him a chance to be honest and, like, sort of lay it out? I never said anything like that. It's just that opening a new place isn't as easy as you might think. And we don't know a thing about Yokohama. Opening a club there would be way too risky. Plus, it's a wasn't it Hakuho territory? But if you don't take your chances while you're there, you'll never get to the top. That's how businesses work. With your way of thinking, even the club you have now is going to go under. That's enough of you running your mouth. What would either of you know about running a host club anyway? If you don't like doing things my way, then there's a door. Ah, there he goes again with the there's the door thing again. Let's get out of here, Yuya-san. You can't expect us to work like this. Yeah, I guess. No, you're bros! Sorry. Sorry! Sorry I had to see that. Don't worry about me. Kiryu-san, are you busy after this? There's something I need to come clean about. Sure. I've got plenty of time. I appreciate that. Could you wait for me at Cafe So much is happening there. Airport. Wait! What's happening? Oh, it's the jet. I forgot all about the private jet. There's definitely some kind of noise coming out of there. Possibly even a voice. The girl mentioned locker 44. Let's take a closer look. Hey, old man, isn't it past your bedtime? Were you making the noise? You better run on home. A lot of crazy shit goes down around here at night if you catch my drift. I have questions. There's a weird sound coming from locker 44. You boys ever hear of the cursed locker rumors going around? Oi, whoa, whoa, whoa. Huh? How the hell do you know about locker 44? Who told you? Oh, so there is something suspicious going on here. Thanks for confirming that. Yeah? Well, let me confirm something else for you. Anyone who knows about this locker gets the living shit kicked out of them. Call me locker 44, because I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Ooh, yay. That's why. Just a cell phone? Oh, now I see the picture. All those noises are coming out of this thing. Should I call it or dial? Chrome. It's him. That's the bastard who took our locker key. Oi. Hey, I'd appreciate if you could give us back that locker key, big fella. That locker is real important to us. You mean the one that had this phone inside? So you opened it. Well, now that you've seen what's inside, we can't let you go unharmed. Kill him if you have to. Just get that phone back. Do you by any chance work for Google, Mr. Chrome? Wait, what are their names? Kinjo, Toma again, Tyra again. Ow, Yamauchi. Ow! Omine! For a second I thought they had, the other guys might have had other metallic-y names. Ow, 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 ow! Ah! Okay, it's a modified cell phone. All calls are free, and since it's under a prepaid contract, none of the data leads back to a single individual. Excuse me. All calls are free. None of the data leads... So every call is a mystery call? And you're selling these illegally or something? Oh. That's the idea. We didn't want a chance getting caught in the act of handing over the goods direct. So we thought about using a locker. Oh wait, the phones. That's what it means by the goods. And thanks to the recent spread of the so-called cursed lockers, people have been staying out of our hair. I think your hoodie friend needs to go to the hospital. Guess that means our business in downtown Ryukyu is pretty much bones thanks to you. Well, let's get out of here, fellas. Off to Kamurocho. Looks like Kazuki isn't here yet. I'll wait. Can I do the Cafe Alps thing in the meantime? Never mind. Sorry to keep you waiting. I had a long talk with everyone at the club. So, what did you want to tell me? This whole second club thing with Yuya is really starting to wear me down. That doesn't sound like you. I know, but to be honest, I never thought Yuya would get so caught up in it. I've known him for about 7 years now. I've tried to teach him everything I could about the business, even before Stardust was the #1 host club in town. I guess, deep down, I always thought Yuya would stick by me, no matter what. So, when I saw him all wide-eyed about the second club business, it got me really upset. I guess that's why I blew up at him. Whether you agree with him or not, I'm sure Yuya's just trying to do what he thinks is best. I hope you're right, but something tells me there's more to it than that. Anyway, thanks for listening. I feel a bit better after getting that out there. I can't exactly open up to the staff like this, you know? No problem. If there's ever anything you need... You me? Just say the word. I might just take you up on that. Okay. What? Funny seeing you here. What's up? I'm taking one of my clients out on the town. We were in the area, so I thought I'd drop in and see you. Taking your client out on the town? Don't you mean you're going to one of those host clubs? My client just happens to like host clubs. Really? It's just a coincidence. Speaking of which, isn't your perfume a bit strong tonight? Oh, really? I didn't know. I didn't think so, but... Wait a minute, aren't you the girlfriend of Oda? That's Kinoshita-san's what? Oh! She actually used to work here. That's how I know her. Another suspect? She worked here? Is that so? That's right. She'd already quit by the time the murder happened. And she wasn't on the security tapes of the dining area, so she definitely wasn't at the cafe that day. Wife of Masaru Kinoshita worked a waitress at Cafe Alps but had quit by the time of the murder, said not to have attended to Alps the day of the murder, visits host clubs. Tell me about your wife! Never mind. Where does your wife work? Maybe she's at Stardust? That's the only host club I know of here. That's Eiji. The guy who was with Yuya. Where could he be going? Yeah, everything's going great. I was gone for long enough, I forgot. Oh, it's okay. Huh? For sure. Yuya's a major dumbass. Uh-huh. I buttered him up like a turkey. Do you butter turkeys? Telling him he'd be the perfect owner and other stupid shit. Yeah, that's going according to plan, too. All the hosts at Stardust are pretty riled up. We ought to be able to take over soon. Right. I'll call again if anything happens. Oh, and President Kyogo... I remember you. Get the champagne ready. Surprise! What the... Did you hear all that? Hear what? That Yuya's a dumbass? Or that your boss, Kyogoku, is up to something? Butterball turkey. Maybe. Should have thought twice before eavesdropping, because I'm about to make you drop dead. I think you're the one who's gonna drop dead. Bike. Or cart, that works too. Kazuki, it's me. Kiryu-san? What's going on? Get Yuya and bring him over to the alley behind Public Park 3. Fast. I've got something to show you. Alright. Eiji! What the hell's going on here? He's been working with Kyogoku to cause friction between you and the other hosts. I don't believe this. So that's why you joined Stardust? To mess everything up? I might as well tell you now. That whole thing about a second club? All bullshit. The idea was to get all the hosts at Stardust to turn on each other, so Kyogoku could start pulling them away to join his own network. Does he have his own host club business? Then we'd step in to put things in order and take over the club itself, so it is a host club business. But man, I didn't think it'd be so easy. It was like dealing with a bunch of idiots. You're talking to those idiots right now, right? And it's 3 against 1. I've heard enough from you. Where's Kyogoku? At our Millennium Tower office. Why is it always there? You'll know it when you get there. Kazuki-san! Damn it! Keeping Stardust trash-free is supposed to be my job. Kiryu-san, I've got something to take care of first. Could you go after Kazuki-san for me? Gonna take out a little payback on Eiji, huh? Can't say I blame you. Okay, leave Kazuki to me. Thanks. I'll make sure this little tapeworm gets what he deserves. Then I'll get right to the Millennium Tower. What I deserve? What's that supposed to mean? Are you gonna hit me again? Get ready, cause your punches sting. Maybe even worse than mine. Just wait until he calls up his friend Akko. I think Akko, aka the mama from Earth Angel. She will beat your ass. Before the baby start. Oh, the butterball stage. That's cute. Oh god, I just imagined there was that song like the Wonderwall, but you're my butterball. This is Kyogoku's office. I managed to drag the location out of Eiji. Literally. I dragged him around the ground. Kazuki-san. Yuya. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. Are you wearing a hat? Rug burn a mile long. It's a shame Eiji couldn't do his job. But since you were all so nice enough to come here to get knocked off, the takeover should still proceed as scheduled. So tell me, would you like your corpses dumped in the sea? Or up in the fucking mountains? I'm gonna dump your hair wherever trash bin you got your hair cut. Oh. Thank you, Yuya. Ow! Hey! Don't hurt my boy, you can only hurt me! He just jumped on it like, wee! Keep your filthy hands off of Stardust from now on. Permanently. Yes! Understood. You alright, Kazuki-san? Why'd you run off by yourself like that? Also, hi, Rhino. NPC fighting. How they manage on their own is a mystery. Oh, and I want you to have this. It's not much, but I hope you'll accept it for all you've done for us. Thank you. Well, now that that's taken care of, what do you say we head back to the club? Boys, have you seen a lady named Yuko here? Is that? There she is. Clubs and bars are nice, but they're not everyone's cup of tea. Very true. That looks like Kinoshita's wife, Yuko.
Kiryu-san.
Oh, Kiryu-san. What brings you here? Yuya, what can you tell me about that woman over there? Who? You mean Yuko-san? She's been a regular customer of ours for years. What do you want with her? She looks awfully rich for somebody so young. Did she kill Oda and take the money? Whatever money he had or whatever money was available? Ooh, Yuya, who's that? I haven't seen him before. Is he a new host? Ha, Yuko-san. Why we both look so down and sad? This is Kiryu-san. We owe a lot to this man here. And no, he's not a host. Oh, I see. Well, that's unfortunate. This is my company, by the way. If you ever need anything, just give me a call. I want to talk to you about murder. Sad boy hours. Sure.
Oh.
Emotional man. Hey lady, can you tell me where Doc Emoto's clinic is at? Not even a response. This ain't the city I remember. Or the people, for that matter. That guy's looking for Emoto Medical Clinic, huh? Well, the doc could good care of me in the past. Haven't been to this city in 15 years, and I'd like to drop by. Say hello. Think you could take me there? Hell, this city's changed so much. I don't know which way is up. I think I could take you there. Anime! Here it is. Himoto Medical Clinic. Really? This place is a whore? What? Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I think it's just the advertising. Like, places can have their own mascots. The clinic's on the 3rd floor. Come with me. Hey, Doc. What's it been? 15 years? Well, if it isn't Tatsumi. So you're out of jail? That's right. Thanks to you. You were right, Doc. It was easy to get out when I learned to keep my head down. Good. Glad to hear that. What exactly did he get out of? Tatsumi here was in the Yakuza, and he was thrown in the slammer some 15 years ago for something trivial. If it's related to Kiryu, and then it's, wait a minute, I was thrown in jail because of you? Fight me! Is that gonna happen? I've got an idea, Kiryu. Why don't you show Tatsumi around the city? I'll bet he hardly recognizes it. Sure. Here we are, the Millennium Tower. Real colossus, huh? Must have taken a lot to get it built. You have not played Yakuza 0, sir. I heard a lot of rumors about this place. They say some bad stuff went down here. Yeah, this place gets blown up every Tuesday. Hey, got a lot of nerve coming back to the city, old man. Me? And you ain't getting a free pass. Damn it. Get this asshole. This time he's leaving town in a fucking hearse. They're gonna need a hearse for you. So where do you want to go next? How about Shangri-La? For old times. Is that still here? Shangri-La. Great. If we keep going straight along Taihei Boulevard, there should be a high call. Oh, the place Majima drove a truck through. Get out of jail. First thing he wants is titties. This is Shangri-La? Where's the brothel? They shut down about 4 years ago. There was a lot going on here. I heard in the joint that some asshole crashed a dump truck into the place. That asshole is my crazy eye patch boyfriend. Quick water break my throat. Oh. I'm sorry I disgraced our boss, but I did my time. My duties as a Yakuza are over, once and for all. Could he go to the... Actually, could Tatsumi go to the HLA? Like the group who was helping former Yakuza, like, live normal lives? When I was in the Yakuza 15 years ago, there was a big war going on just outside the city. I was a big name in the business back then. Had to lead a lot of boys into battle. And then one day, my son was abducted. That day I abandoned my duty to save my son. Our family ultimately won the war, but we lost a lot of boys out there. All because I wasn't there to lead them. I took responsibility for the war and turned myself in, but the boss cut me off from the family while I was in prison. Only natural, I guess. I disgraced the boss and got my brothers killed. There's one more place I'd like to go. Could you take me to West Park? The homeless gather there. Pretty sure it's to the north. Actually, the asshole who drove the dump truck through Shangri-La, he kind of took over the park. This is West Park? What the hell happened to it? Where's all the homeless in their big old tent community? Like I said earlier, a building called Kamurocho Hills should have gone up by now, but it's still a vacant lot. This is where I met my boss for the first time. But the place I used to know is gone now. Oh, hello! Boss. It's been a while, Tatsumi. What are you doing here, boss? I heard from the young bucks you were back in town. Had a feeling you'd stop by West Park sooner or later. Is this gonna be a friendly reunion, or I'm gonna punch you in the face reunion? Also, anime girl in the upper left. You've been using the family name to get revenge on me? Is that what this is about? Not even close. You and I live in different worlds now, Tatsumi. After you went to prison, I cut you off from the family. Officially and personally. You got no place in Kamurocho now. Even if I forgave you for the past, we still got plenty of boys who want you dead in the ground. No compromises. And I ain't got enough power to calm them all down myself. So get the hell out. Don't ever show your face in this city again. You're the even if you're old and lazy, you're the patriarch. Can't just say, like, hey kids, don't hurt this dude, okay, bye. Yeah, guess that's the only solution. Does it have to be? Hey, boss, can I ask you one more thing? What? My son. What happened with my son? Don't worry about that. He's living safe and sound with his mother, way out in Tochigi. You tell him? We told him you're... Why? He thinks I'm dead, huh? Yeah, I guess that's for the best. Thanks for looking after Tatsumi for me. Here's a little token of my appreciation. Ought to come in handy for a guy like you. Why would you tell his son he's dead without getting his input? He's a really good man. Not cut out for this business. A guy like him belongs on the straight and narrow. He does, but you don't have to, like, say, get the fuck out of the city. Tatsumi's boss seemed to respect what kind of guy he is. Could be for his... Could be. If you're gonna hit a convenience store, M store on Shichifuku Street is a very good target. For what? Not many people on that street, and the main strip's closed for an easy ghetto. Are you a thief? Something going on down at M store on Shichifuku Street. Where's that? Hey, give me all the money in the register then. Be quick about it. Your life's worth more than your job, right? A robbery? Okay, okay. I'll get you the money right away. Just don't hurt me. Stop fucking around and clean out the register. Cut the crap. What do you think you're doing? Huh? What the hell are you, asshole? You want to die today? I should be asking you that. Oh, we're fighting outside. Wait, ow! Give me it! Best weapon! What the hell are you? I'm a dragon. It's over. Turn yourself in now and you'll get a light sentence. No way. I can't get caught. I have to do this for her. I have to. For her? Out of my way! Hey! You've got nowhere else to run. So that's why they can't hear from babies. How the hell did you find me? I'm not going to the cops. I asked. Damn it. I'm not gonna let you mess this up. Yoshio? Please stop doing all this. Akemi, what are you doing here? A police officer was asking me all these questions about a convenience store robbery and some investigation. I didn't want to believe it. Well, I did it. But this is the only way I can make you happy. Money? Because my ex left me in debt. Dang. Dude, your heart's in the right place, but you're going in the wrong direction. But, Akemi, you're preg... Oh. Okay, 1, screw your ex. Can I go punch him? 2, maybe I can help out somehow with that. I'm swimming in debt. I'm swimming in money right now. If we keep working hard, we can make it through somehow. What am I gonna do if you're arrested? What do I tell him when he asks about hip? You already know the baby? I don't know. So that's what this is all about. Turn himself in, call the police, tell him to run. Probably not the right choice, but they'll give him a lighter sentence, right? Would they? Turn yourself in. It's your first offense, right? And no money was stolen, so it's a petty crime you won't be getting locked up for. But think about your kid. It's a lot harder to have a dad in jail than parents in debt, right? That's right. And what if you're not there when our child is born, Yoshio? I just couldn't deal with that. Look at me. I'll go with you to the police. Alright. You know, I actually feel kind of grateful to you, Guy. You helped us sort out this mess, so I'm gonna turn myself into the cops now. And you were right. I want to clean myself up before I hold my kid. Well, it's time for us to pay a visit to the police now. Thanks for all your help. Hope things turn out okay for them. And that's what happened. I see. That robber knew he was making a mistake all along. And robbing a convenience store wouldn't get him nearly enough to pay off that heavy debt anyway. You know, I've got a little one of my own, and I can sort of empathize with how panicked that guy must have been. I'll go give my testimony to the police now, and I'll do what I can to get him a lighter sentence. Oh, yeah, and here's that payment I promised you. It's not much, but I'd like you to take it. Seems like a lot to me. First. What have I not? Oh. I want to... Give me your most expensive. Kiryu-san, I think you had too much to drink. I'd stop now if I were you. Oh god, my controller! Oh god, what is happening? Oh, this? This is the list of evidence we made during the investigation 6 years ago. If you're taking such a hard look at this case, I thought I'd better take another glance at it. Can I see that? I guess, but you won't find anything wrong with any of it. I honestly can't figure out why you think Akechi is innocent. Wait a minute. What's this? What's what? I finally got it. Was it really this simple all along? Kiryu, show me! What is it? No mistake about it. Someone framed Akechi.
Nani?
I'll explain everything, but first, I need you to round up everybody related to the case. Also, you suck at your job! It was awesome, but also really frustrating, because the first case, I'm used to being able to play it in one sitting. The very first case took 5 hours! Well, I did as you asked, Detective. I closed the cafe and kicked everyone out. Now, what's this all about? Kiryu and his friend here would like to talk with all of you. I'm sure you all remember the murder that took place here 6 years ago. The victim was Kazuo Oda-san, the manager of this cafe at the time. One of the employees, Yuichi Akechi-san, was arrested for his murder. Which case? The very first one, The Great Departure? I think that was the name. Also, I just imagine Kiryu's like, okay, so I got all the evidence, and I found the real killer. Like, imagine him being drunk while he says, like, points out who the killer is. But did Akechi-san really kill Oda-san? Also, why do I get the feeling it's, like, the killer is Yuko? Do any of you have any evidence, any truly conclusive evidence that Akechi-san was really the one who killed Oda-san? I've been struggling with one question since the day of that murder. Could Akechi-san actually be innocent? But before I can find out for sure, an article I wrote implicating Akechi-san as the murderer got published. But thanks to Kiryu-san here, we finally arrived at the truth of what happened 6 years ago. But if Akechi-kun is innocent, that means someone else is guilty. Why do you think we're all here? Exactly. But... what do you base all this on, Kiryu-san? I need to show them proof of Yuichi Akechi's innocence. What should I get? How would I know?! Usami was the one who saw Akechi and Oda fight the day of the murder. Isn't that right? Yeah, but I left in the middle of it. In other words, Naruhodo. Okay, that was in the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles game. That's the main character's last name, which is also the last name of Phoenix Wright's Japanese name. In other words, she didn't actually see Akechi-san kill Oda-san. Ha! Sorry, but that doesn't hold water. Are you the prosecutor? Like the Miles Edgeworth, but bald and wearing a hat? Akechi's prints were on the weapon used to kill Oda. That's solid evidence to prove Akechi did it. Is that all you have to say? Huh? What do you mean? The ashtray used as the murder weapon hadn't been washed because it was supposed to be thrown out. Akechi's prints weren't the only ones on it. That means he can't prove his guilt from the fingerprints alone. Detective, is that true? Yes, it's just as he says. You suck at your job! So you admit it might not have been my brother?
Yeah.
Well, that's still not enough to prove somebody else did it. Somebody witnessed Akechi fleeing the scene. That's another piece of solid evidence. I was thinking those little oh yeah, those tiny ones. Kinoshita, you saw Akechi fleeing the scene, right? Yeah, I did. Are you sure? I'm not lying! I'm sure I saw him. But you didn't see the face of the person fleeing the scene. You said that, right? Yeah. I only saw his back. So then it's possible you saw someone else. Is that all you got? The police wouldn't have arrested Akechi on just any old vague evidence, you know. Dude, the police, like, I'm pretty sure in this game, and, like, even in Phoenix Wright, the police screw up a lot. There was also something that proved the person Kinoshita-san was, in fact, Akechi. Sorry, I hate how Maida has this pompous attitude, like, prove me wrong! And what was that? The man Kinoshita saw leaving the scene of the crime was wearing a Cafe Alps waiter's uniform. The only waiters employed by Cafe Alps at the time were Kinoshita-san, Asai-san, Imagawa-san, and Akechi-san. The security tapes show Kinoshita and Asai out front. My throat. Ow. Let me get some water. We've also confirmed that Imagawa-san was at home. Therefore, by process of elimination, the only waiter Kinoshita-san could have seen was Akechi. Maybe? There was actually another crime committed at this cafe, the day of the murder 6 years ago. Another crime? That's the first I've heard of it. Imagawa's uniform disappeared from his locker in the Cafe Alps locker room that day. Excuse me. Imagawa-kun's uniform? Yes! My uniform disappeared from my locker! Since you weren't present the day of the murder, when did you notice it was missing? The day after Oda-san was murdered, I came to work. The police were investigating, so I couldn't go in. But once the police left, I looked in my locker and saw that my uniform was gone. Come on, the police probably took it as evidence. I'm sure there was plenty of stuff missing from the crime scene. You're wrong. Someone was definitely harassing me. Everyone teased me. Sorry, I just noticed Imagawa, he's sitting alone while everyone else is just seated up front. Like, kind of a nice way to show the whole, like, everyone harassed me thing. Over half of the prosecutors just straight up, You took everything else. The uniform must have been you, too. You're so whiny. Bully, police, whoever took it. It has nothing to do with Akechi or this case. No, Imagawa's uniform is the key to this case. Huh? What do you mean? Yes! Sorry. Look at the list of evidence I borrowed from you. There's no waiter uniform on it. Suck it! Let's see. You're right, I don't see any waiter's uniform listed. In other words, the uniform disappeared before the police showed up. If the police didn't confiscate it, who could have taken it? It was Asai-kun, right? No, not Asai. He did steal things from you, though, but he wasn't doing it to harass you. He was just after some cash. Your wallet and CDs make sense, but your uniform wouldn't have been worth anything. Well then, who did it? Oh, you mean the murderer took it? Exactly. The criminal wanted to make it look like somebody else committed the crime, so they stole the waiter's uniform and changed into it. Then, as soon as somebody came by, they hid their face and ran out the back. Is that true?
Kiryu-san.
So you're saying the person who stole Imagawa's uniform and fled the scene is the real criminal? Yeah. And who might that be? It could be I'm thinking it's Yuko, because she just popped in out of nowhere. The real criminal is... Shit! I'm scared, because what if I get it wrong? Sorry, I feel bad, but I'm gonna look it up, because I'm worried if I get it wrong, it's gonna do something. I love how Yushi's in there as well. Like, the real criminal is Akechi. Wait a minute, didn't you just say he isn't? Oh, shit. Or maybe... Okay, maybe not look it up just yet. Yes! Okay, I got it. I was thinking her because, like, she just appeared out of nowhere. Yes, this is the only person it could have been. I hope this is it. Ew!
Kiryu-san. それでは、
犯人は
その人物の
お前だ。
名前を教えてください。 6年前小田さんを殺し明智さんに罪をかぶせた事件の真犯人とは一体。犯人は
Yes! Is that the clock?
お前だ。
Yes!
お前が小田を殺した真犯人だ。
I love the Professor Layton point. Her? Are you serious? I can't believe it. What? Yuko killed Oda? An interesting theory, but why would I kill Oda-san? I didn't have any reason to do anything like that. You could have been the one dating him back then. Yeah, Yuichi Akechi's motive was Usami-san's relationship with Oda-san. Maeda, okay, look. According to Kiryu's research, sure, Usami was Akechi's girlfriend, and she was messing around with Oda at the same time. But Oda was also dating someone at the time as well, and had a bad history of like sleeping around on the job with like female coworkers. And who's the other female coworker of this cafe who's only come up just recently? Exactly how are Yuko and Oda-san connected? Oda was dating someone at the time. Oda was dating someone at the time of the murder. Somebody who used to work as a waitress at Cafe Alps. What? Is that true? Yeah. And her last name was Saito. Saito. Yuko Saito. That's Yuko's maiden name. I hear you worked at this cafe just until just before the time of the murder. Yuko-san, is that true? I don't have to answer that. Yuko. If Oda-san was dating Yuko-san, then Usami-san wasn't the only one cheating. Like I said! They were both Usami and Oda were being scumbags. And that means Yuko-san also had motive to kill Oda-san. So anyone with a motive is a killer. You haven't done anything but hypothesize. Even more red flags. Like, she's being really... I don't know, like, shouldn't she be freaking out? Exactly, you've only talked about possibilities. Do you have any conclusive evidence that she murdered him? Conclusive evidence. Like fingerprints? If I... Oh! 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 You signed your arrest warrant. This is the evidence. Is that my business card? This business card has your fingerprints on it. We should be able to compare the prints on this card to the one on the murder with fingies. Give me that business card. Let's check it out right now. Do you have a fingerprinting kit with you already? Like, I know Emma Sky always had her on hand, but maybe? We finished analyzing the prints on the card. These are Yuko Kinoshita's prints. And these are the prints on the ashtray.
Oh!
They're... Wait. Oh! They're on there! The prints on Yuko-san's business card are the same as the one on the murder weapon. I don't believe it. How do you explain that? Even if my prints are on the ashtray, so what? How does that change anything? Lady! What do you mean? I ate at Alps the day of the murder. I must have just touched the ashtray while I was there. Can anyone here support that? Okay, there you go. Wait, no, not you! Yep. You're lying. What the hell are you talking about? There's no record of you coming to the cafe the day of the murder. Right, Detective Maeda? He's right. We had Cafe Alp employees watch all the security tapes, and they gave statements that no other cafe employees, former or otherwise, visited the cafe that day. Right, Kinoshita-san? I was about to say, which Kinoshita-san? So why were your fingerprints on the ashtray then? Did she sneak in through the back? Fine. Maybe it wasn't on the day of the murder. It might have been the day before. It's not that big of an issue. Nope. He had to have been here the day of the murder. You weren't a customer. You were the real murderer. Huh? The only people who could have prints on the murder weapon were those who visited the day of the murder. How did you come to that conclusion? Okay, so I've presented... I'm trying to remember what I haven't presented yet. The notebook, maybe? But also, like, no one saw her, so she did sneak into... I'm guessing she did sneak into the back, but if she wasn't caught in the security tapes, how did she get in and out? Like, I don't know, out, it was maybe just her stealing the waiter's jacket and making it, and dashing for the exit, but getting in, did she stay there overnight? Like, then again, she might know all the blind spots with the cameras. The ashtrays here are cleaned every day, but your prints were still on the murder weapon. That means you had to have been here the day of the murder. But the day of the murder, a customer dropped the ashtray, chipping it. Yuichi Akechi saw the chipped ashtray and, instead of washing it, decided to throw it out. Since you couldn't have come to the cafe as a customer that day, there's only one time you could have left your prints on the ashtray. You did it after Akechi dropped the ashtray in the locker room when he witnessed Usami cheating on him with Oda. Sometime after Akechi left, and before Kinoshita came to check up on him, you entered the locker room and murdered Oda. Then you put on Imagawa's uniform and went out the back. Isn't that right? Yuko-san, is what Kiryu-san says true? It'll only get worse if you stay quiet. Ace Attorney breakdown. Shut up! I told you I didn't do it! I give up. Yuko, I'm putting an end to this. You're in on it? I knew you came to the cafe that day, Yuko. What? How? I could smell the... Oh yeah, the perfume! He mentioned that it was really strong. I could smell you. It was very faint, but I could smell your perfume all around the crime scene. No way. Yes way. Why didn't you say that? Either she went tell anyone and I'll kick your grandma, or I know who the criminal is, but I'm in love. Why didn't you say this earlier? I've been in love with Yuko ever since we worked together. That's why I knew the scent of her perfume the minute I smelled it. Sometime after the murder, I happened to run into her again. Eventually, we started dating. One day, I brought up the murder and her face went white. She felt quiet and avoided commenting on anything. That's when I was sure Yuko had been here the day of the crime. Well, I'll be... You suck at your job, sir. But I still don't know exactly what that meant. Or, I should say, I didn't want to know what that meant. When I found out Kiryu-san was looking into that old crime, I decided to keep it all a secret. Would this count as perjury? But now Yuichi Akechi has suffered 6 years for a crime he didn't commit. All because I didn't say anything. It's all my fault. If I had just spoken up, none of this would have happened. Gee? I was like, gee, Kinoshita-san, what made... Like, I just imagine her getting really sarcastic. Ace Attorney breakdown time. Breakdown.
今一度尋ねます。あなたが小田さんを殺したんですか？
そうよ。私がやったのよ。
おお。
事件が起こった日、あの日は彼の 小田さんの誕生日だった。
Happy birthday! Time to die.
だから私は彼を驚かそうと思ってプレゼントを持ってお店に向かったの。
Y'all never apparently heard the crimes of passion. Yep. Unless they're... I was about to say unless they're rare in Japan, but then it's like, wait, everyone's a victim to passion, so the crimes of passion must be rampant everywhere on some level.
もうお店も閉まっている時刻だったから裏口から入ってロッカールームに向かったわ。でもそこで見たのは他の女と浮気してる彼の姿だった。
Wait, so the door was open just a teeny bit and you saw it? Excuse me.
私はとっさに身を引いて隠れた。落ち着いて目の前で何が起きてるのか理解しようと努めたわ。
Yeah, emotions are a very powerful thing. They're also... It's sort of a weird, like, they're a detriment, but they're also a really, like, important factor to have. Depending on the situation.
そのすぐ後に明智さんがやってきた。
Which actually, that kind of reminds me of this quote I heard a while back. I can't remember who said it, but it was like, I think it was something along the lines of, from the most powerful love comes the deepest hatred. Which, I guess looking back, it can be interpreted either as, like, you love someone, but then, say, something bad happens or there's a breakup and your hatred for them is really deep, or you love someone, but if someone hurts them, your hatred for the person hurting them is just really scary.
明智さんはロッカールームの中を覗いて小田さんと宇佐美さんの浮気現場を目撃すると手に持っていた灰皿を落とし小田さんに掴みかかっていったわ。
Wait, is there... Okay, did Yuko peek out the door, or was she able to sort of hear everything through the wall?
言い争うような声が聞こえた後、すぐに宇佐美さんがロッカールームから出てきて裏口から店の外へ出て行ったわ。すぐに明智さんも宇佐美さんの後を追って店の外へ出て行ってしまった。
How did the security tapes not capture that?
明智さんと宇佐美さんが出て行った後、私はロッカールームの中へ入っていった。小田さんは私の姿を見てすごいびっくりしたみたいだったけど、浮気がバレたことが分かると開き直って別れ話を切り出してきたわ。
Dick move, Oda. Like, I'm sure it can be interpreted different. Oh, the thought I immediately had was that a betrayal. Oh yeah, yeah, like, or in this case for Yuko, like she really loved Oda, but then he pulled this, like, honey, I've been cheating on you. Let's break up, and she just like that sense of betrayal. Also, I don't know, for Oda, I don't want to say he deserved death, but maybe Yuko, you could have, like, there's that vine there was an old vine, it was like, he doesn't deserve you. If he doesn't treat you right, you're gone. I'm gone. Now go chop his dick off.
宇佐美と一緒になるつもりだから別れてくれってね。
That is not a sir, Oda, time and place. Also, dick move number, I've lost count, there's too many.
その言葉を聞いた途端、完全に頭に血が上っちゃって。気がついたら近くに落ちてた灰皿で小田さんを殴っていたわ。それからは桐生さんが言った通りよ。私はロッカーにあった制服に着替えて、わざと裏口の前で誰かが来るのを待っていた。
Wait a minute. Sorry, I just realized, the whole how do the security tapes not catch this? I just realized Kinoshita was I can't remember if Kinoshita was either an employee or a manager, but maybe he tampered with it? Yeah, very... Yuko, I can understand why you did what you did, but... You went about it the wrong way. Like, instead of bashing his head in, you could have bashed his nuts in with a high-heeled kick to the nuts, and then left.
少しして誰かが客席の方からやってきたから顔を見られないようにして裏口から出て行った。それで部外者の自分には絶対に疑いがかからないだろうって思ったわ。
Several years passed. I ran into Kinoshita-san and we eventually got married. I started selling things as a hobby, and it soon turned into a business. Before I knew it, it grew into a large company. It's been 6 years since that day, and my life's been going so well. I can't believe the truth came out now, of all times. Yuko-san, did you ever think what it felt like for Akachi-san to bear these false charges? What it felt like to be knocked down to rock bottom and have his freedom stolen from him these past 6 years? And think what would have happened if we hadn't revealed the truth just now. How many more years would he have suffered? I'm worried she's either gonna go, I've thought about that every day and it kills me, or, why should I care? I'm happy! Only the person who took Akechi-san's freedom away can give it back. You need to turn yourself in. Testify in front of a court and pay for your crimes. Can I escort you to the station? Yes. Yuko! I'll be right here waiting for you when you get back. Masaru. Thank you. How long is she going? Like, life sentence or decades? I was wrong about the media. I thought you just went from one person to the next, looking for gossip. Depends on the news media, I guess. Like, I don't know, the first kind that comes to mind is, like, celebrity stuff. I didn't think you cared about the people in your articles. I figured you just forgot about them the second they left your pages. That might apply to some journalists, but I imagine there are still others who still care and stay in touch. But you've been worrying about my brother this whole time. You even proved his innocence. There are decent people in the media. Thank you so much for helping him.
Yeah.
You don't owe me anything. As much as I hate to admit it, I didn't do anything on this one. You gave me your notebook. Proving your brother's innocence was all the work of Kiryu-san here. I certainly don't deserve any reward from you. But also, on the other hand, she also got in prison for a long... Very true. I'll continue to follow the truth until I put down my pen. That's my duty as a reporter. And I'll be cheering you on. Do I get to meet Akechi? Money! Thank you! And that's a lot of XP.